Hello. Yes, in the last class of ours, we discussed about the first activity, second activity, and also third activity. In the first activity, what's the chemical equation? So, water reacted with, in the first one, water reacted with calcium oxide, CaO. It produced CaOH twice. Okay, so calcium hydroxide is formed. And in the second one, Na2SO4, sodium sulfate, reacts with barium chloride, BaCl2. What does it produces? It produces BaSO4 plus 2NaCl, sodium chloride. Next, in the third one, third equation, zinc reacts with Zn. Zinc reacts with HCl, hydrochloric acid, two molecules of HCl. It produced ZnCl2, zinc chloride plus H2. So this is the other reaction which is formed. Okay, so here a precipitate, a precipitate is formed. Yes, from all these equations, if you notice, okay, here there is a change in color. So this are the reactants and these are the products. After the head of the arrow, I said you these are products. All these are said to be products. PRODUCTS, products. And before the arrow are towards the compounds which are present towards the head tail of the arrow, so we call those as reactants. REACTANTS, reactants. And if plus is there, one more compound is there, whether it is in reactants or in products, if plus is there, so means it is connecting with or it is reacting with, so one more is there. Plus means here one more is there, one more compound is there. Remember that point. Okay, so from all these activities, from all these reactions, from all these chemical equations, we can say during a chemical reaction, heat may be evolved or heat may be absorbed. If heat is evolved, if heat is released, that is a exothermic reaction. If heat is absorbed, if heat to be supplied to the chemical reaction, to complete that chemical reaction, if the heat to be supplied, means manam ikkada mana heat ni supply chestam anukondi with the help of spirit lamp, with the help of this Bunsen burner, if you are supplying heat to it, then that chemical reaction is endothermic. That is endothermic reaction. Heat is absorbed. Heat is absorbed. So that's why, so we say that as endothermic. Endo means inside, exo means outside. If heat is released, if heat is released, exothermic. If heat is absorbed, endothermic. So that is one point. The next one, so we also know or we can understand some gases are released. So if any gas is released, that's like hydrogen, oxygen, carbon dioxide, which gas is released? Emana gas emana release aithe ganaka adi kuda manam find out cheyochu. Alane, if any precipitate is formed which cannot dissolve, a substance which cannot dissolve, which settles at the bottom. So a precipitate, if any precipitate is formed, even we can know that also. ఒక కెమికల్ ఈక్వేషన్ నుంచి ఏమి ఫామ్ అవుతున్నాయి, ఏమి రిలీజ్ అవుతున్నాయి, ఈ అన్ని ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్, కొత్త ప్రొడక్ట్స్ ఏం ఫామ్ అవుతున్నాయి, ఏవేవి రియాక్టెంట్స్ కంబైన్ అయితే రియాక్ట్ అయితే ఏ ప్రొడక్ట్స్ ఫామ్ అయినాయి. సో ఆల్ దిస్ ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ విల్ బి నోయింగ్ ఈవెన్ విత్ దే ఫిజికల్ స్టేట్స్, వాటి యొక్క ఫిజికల్ స్టేట్స్, వాటి కలర్తో సహా we can understand with their physical states. Physical states means like solid in state, liquid in state or gaseous in state. ఏ స్టేట్లో ఉంది అంటే సాలిడ్ ఫామా, అది గ్యాషియస్ ఫామా, లిక్విడ్ ఫామా ఏంటని మనకు తెలుస్తూ ఉంటుంది. సో ఆల్ దిస్ ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ విల్ బి నోయింగ్ ఫ్రమ్ అ బ్యాలెన్స్డ్ కెమికల్ ఈక్వేషన్. So finally, so what is this? So the number of atoms and the number of molecules, are they similar, are they same or not? అన్నీ సేమ్ ఉన్నాయా లేవా, ఆ ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ కూడా మనకి తెలుస్తూ ఉంటుంది ఒక కెమికల్ ఈక్వేషన్ నుంచి. Example, if you take this second one, Na2, sodium. How many molecules of sodium sulfate are there? One molecule of. Okay, remember that. The coefficient which is present here, if any number is there, example, here 2 Na is there. 2 Na or 10 Na something is there. So, which means here 2 molecules of sodium sulfate or 4 molecules. If 4 is there, example, I'm saying, example, if 4 is there here, so 4 molecules of BaSO4, BaCl2, barium chloride, 4 molecules. This number which is present in front of a compound, the number which is present in front of a compound as a coefficient, that number, example, here 10H2O, 10H2O. So 10 molecules of water, 10 molecules of water. If, okay, 2HCl, 2HCl is it? 2 molecules of hydrochloric acid. Got it? So, but here hydrogens, if you take this one, hydrogens, how many atoms of hydrogens are there? Only one atom is there. Only one atom is there. So, if no number of atoms, so we can understand here. So, below, okay, the subscript, the number which is present at the subscript here, this is subscript. The number which is present below, that is subscript. So, if no number is present, 1, okay, remember 1 is there. Okay, 1 hydrogen atom, 1 chlorine atom. Example, this coefficient, 2 molecules of hydrochloric acid. This is for molecules. This number, it explains about the number of molecules. Remember this, number of molecules. And this subscript, it gives information about the example. This is hydrogen. So can you tell me how many hydrogen atoms are here in this one? How many hydrogen atoms are there? 20 hydrogen atoms are there. 20 hydrogen atoms are present in this. And what about this oxygen? 10 oxygen atoms are there. 10 oxygen atoms are there. Okay, 10 oxygen atoms are present. Sir, how can you say that? Yes, here no number. I told you 1 is there. 10 into 1, which is equals to 10. 10 atoms of oxygen and hydrogen. So how many hydrogen atoms are there? 10 into 2, that's equals 20 hydrogen atoms are present. This is how we needs to find, okay, we needs to find, okay, how many atoms or how many molecules are there. We can able to find in this way. So remember coefficient ఉంటే కనుక సింపుల్ అండి, దీని గురించి మనకు ఎక్కువగా కంగారు పడాల్సిన అవసరం లేదు. Okay, so here the number which is shown as a coefficient, that explains about the number of molecules, and the number which is shown below as a subscript, that number, it indicates the number of atoms. This indicates the number of atoms. Okay, I'll show you here. This is for number of atoms. It explains about the number of atoms. And this explains about the number of molecules. Coefficient, number of molecules, and subscript, number of atoms. Keep that point in your mind, do not forget that. Now let's see, writing a chemical equation. How to write a chemical equation? Let's go for that. How to write a chemical equation? Okay, here I'll writing a chemical equation. Writing a chemical equation. First, how to write a chemical equation? For that, what we should do? So we know, okay, water is reacting with a calcium oxide. Calcium oxide. For that, we need to write a compound, its molecular formula. Water, H2O, that is its molecular formula. Calcium oxide, CaO, that is its molecular formula. So we should know, okay, how to write a compound or how to show that molecular formula. So we should write the molecular formula like this, which both are reacting or which 3 are reacting. Okay, so we should know that, and later, so we should write this molecular formula for that compound. Next, when this both reacts with each other, so what is produced, what is released? So we should know that also. So we call these both, so here we call these as reactants. I said you, reactants, and this is either 1, 2 or more. Okay, reactants can be 1, 2 or more, and even at the same time products also can be 1, 2 or more. Remember that. So here only one product is formed, calcium hydroxide. And remember, this 2 is for both oxygen and hydrogen. This 2 is for both oxygen and hydrogen. Means here how many atoms of oxygen are there? 2 atoms of oxygen are there. How many atoms of hydrogen are there? 2 atoms of hydrogen are present. Okay, it is in bracket. This both are in bracket. So that's the reason. So this 2 is for both. Remember that point. Okay. And next, let's see. Okay, how to balance a chemical equation. Balancing chemical equation. Balancing a chemical equation. Balancing a chemical equation. How to balance this? Okay, we need to keep some steps in our mind before we write before we go for a balancing chemical equation. So we need to follow certain steps. Step 1. Okay, write the equation with the compounds. Okay, so example, I want to go for the second equation. Okay, let's go for third equation. Let's go for third equation. First, zinc is reacting with hydrochloric acid. So that is why I wrote zinc, Zn. Okay, the symbol for zinc is Zn. Okay, and hydrochloric acid. What's the formula for that? HCl. Okay, HCl is the formula for hydrochloric acid. And what does it produces? It produces zinc chloride, ZnCl2, zinc chloride, a salt. Along with this, hydrogen gas is released. Don't write H. Okay, don't write H. What is the difference between this both H and H2? This is an element. It is an element, and this is, what is this is called as? Hydrogen molecule. This is, it is a molecule. Okay, don't simply write only H only, writing only H is wrong. So H2, it is a diatomic molecule. We can say it is a diatomic molecule. I am writing here diatomic molecule. What do you mean by this diatomic molecule? Di means 2. Remember, di means 2. So atomic, 2 atom molecule. So 2 atoms are there. 2 hydrogen atoms are there. That is the reason. So we call that as diatomic molecule. Monoatomic, diatomic, triatomic, polyatomic. So different, okay, atomic molecules are present for us. And do you know how many elements are there? 118 elements are known to us. 118 elements are known to us till today. So still they are finding many. Okay, inka enno find out chestunaru. So new ones are there. They still to be given names, and they are working on those elements still. Okay, scientists, many of the scientists, they are working on that elements. కొత్త ఎలిమెంట్స్ ని ఫైండ్ అవుట్ చేస్తున్నారు, చేశారు, ఇంకా ఓకే రీసెర్చ్ చేస్తూనే ఉంటున్నారు. సో దే గోయింగ్ టు ఫైండ్ న్యూ మెనీ మోర్ ఎలిమెంట్స్. గాట్ ఇట్? నౌ లెట్స్ కమ్ ఇన్ టు దిస్. ఫస్ట్ ఏం చేసాం? ఫస్ట్ వచ్చేసి ఓకే, ఒక మనకు తెలిసిందంటే దిస్ జింక్ అనేది హైడ్రోక్లోరిక్ యాసిడ్తో రియాక్ట్ అవుతుందని చెప్పి అనుకున్నాం. సో జింక్ రాసాం. అట్లానే ఇట్ ఈస్ రియాక్టింగ్. రియాక్టింగ్ మీన్స్ హియర్ ప్లస్ షుడ్ బి దేర్. సో రియాక్టింగ్ విత్ వాట్? HCl, hydrochloric acid. So what does it produces? It produces zinc chloride, ZnCl2, zinc chloride. Along with this, hydrogen gas is also released. So first we should write like this. Okay, రాసుకున్న తర్వాత the second one, so we needs to add the numbers. We needs to add the numbers. Okay, if any numbers to be added are increased or decreased, so we needs to go for that. So here look at this. Okay, let's write here element, and next reactants. Here reactants are, some people they write LHS, and next here products, okay, are, we can write RHS also. Okay, after writing this, so we should mention what are the different elements present in this. Zinc is one element. Let's write zinc, Zn, and hydrogen is the other one. Okay, these both are different. Okay, hydrogen is separate and chlorine is separate. So this, when these both combines with each other, okay, it forms a molecule. It is a molecule. But here, so these both are different elements. Hydrogen is one other element, chlorine is the other element. Hydrogen atomic number is 1. What about the chlorine atomic number? 17. So these both are different. Hydrogen and next one, that is chlorine, Cl. Now let's see how many atoms of zinc, hydrogen and chlorine are present in reactants. Reactants లో ఎన్ని zinc atoms ఉన్నాయి, ఎన్ని hydrogen atoms ఉన్నాయి, ఎన్ని chlorine atoms ఉన్నాయి చూద్దాం. So zinc, no number is present, observe that. There is no number, so means one atom of zinc is there. And hydrogen, here also no number, observe this, around this no number present, so here also 1. Chlorine, even around this one no number is present, here also only 1. If no number, I told you 1 is there. Remember it is 1. Even in your maths, if power is not given, no number is given, so then you remember, you say that it is 1, isn't it? So example, b square, and here only x is there. B square, this is, its power is 2, whereas its power is 1, if no number, which means 1. So in the same way here also, here also Zn, look at this, towards the products, Zn, how many are there? Zinc, only 1 is there. This 2 is for only Cl, not for this Zn, so Zn 1 is there. Cl, how many are there? 2 Cl atoms are there, so let's go for 2 Cl. And hydrogen, H2, so means 2 are there, here 1 is there, 1 into 2, that's equals to 2, so let's go for 2. Is this balanced? Balanced means the ratio of atoms which are present in reactants must be equal to the ratio of atoms which are present in the products. Reactants lo unna atom యొక్క ratio products లో ఉన్న atom యొక్క ratio కి equal ఉండాలి, then only we can say it is a balanced chemical equation. Now is this a similar, are this both the values are same? So zinc, here in reactants 1 atom is there, under products only 1 is there, so that is fine. What about this hydrogen? Here 1 is there, whereas in products 2 are there. It is not balanced, this is not balanced, it is not equal, its ratio is not same. And whereas chlorine, here only 1 is there, but here 2 are there. Here also it is not balanced. For this what we should do? So we need to add a number, ఏదైనా ఒక number ని add చేయాల్సి ఉంటుంది, so that this ratio remains same. ఈ రేషియోని ఈక్వలైజ్ చేయడానికి ఏదైనా ఒక number ని add చేసుకోవచ్చు. So I'm taking, if I take 4 here, if I take 4 or 5 something here, if I take 5, example I'm telling you, just listen first. If I take 5 here, so here how many 2 are there? 2 are there, here 2 is there, chlorine 2, hydrogen 2 are there, so does this gets balanced with this? No, so that's the reason I go with 2 here, so I'm taking 2, then so this hydrogen it becomes 2. This 2 is for hydrogen and chlorine also, then this 2 is for chlorine, so means this also becomes 2. Now it is a balanced chemical. So look at this, all these are same, 1 1 2 2 2 2, so it is a balanced one, balanced chemical equation. Now this is in the final test, final step, in the final step we need to find out whether all this is equal, same, with same ratio or not. The number of atoms which are present in reactants, if they, whether they are equal to the number of atoms which are present in products, so we need to find out. Manam find out cheyalsi untundi. Yes, so yes, here 1 1 2 2 2 2, it is a balanced chemical equation. ఒకవేళ ఏమన్నా excess number ఉంటే కనుక, example I'm taking 2 here, here 4, here 2, here also 2. If something is there like this, in the final step, that to be reduced to the least number, ఈ రేషియో ఏదైతే ఉందో ఈ numbers ని least number కి తీసుకురావాలి. Least number అంటే, so here instead of 2 we can go with 1, instead of 4 here we can go with 2, divide by 2 all, so here 1, here also 1, look at that. So I told you already, if 1 is there, if no number means 1 is there, so need not to show that 1 undi ani ikkada number tho చూయించాల్సిన అవసరం లేదు, ఏమీ లేదంటేనే 1 ఉన్నట్టు, అవునా? So this is a final balanced chemical equation. It's a final balanced chemical equation. This is how we need to balance a chemical equation. Zn plus 2HCl gives us ZnCl2 plus H2. This is a balanced chemical equation. Got it? Okay, I want to give you a small homework, so please note it down. Balance the following chemical equations. First one, okay, which one you will go for? C3H8 plus O2 gives rise to CO2 plus H2O. Okay, CO2 plus H2O. This is one equation, and the other one is second one, Fe2O3 plus Al gives rise to Al2O3 plus Fe. This is the other equation. So try to balance this. This is your homework, and send that in your school WhatsApp group. Next, so let's come to the another topic. Is it okay? Homework? Yes, now N2 plus O2 gives rise to NO plus here Q. Look at this equation once. Let's observe this. Dinitrogen, this is dinitrogen, and also this is dioxygen atom. This is okay, diatomic molecule. This is also, even this is also diatomic molecule. Oxygen, okay, oxygen molecule. So this both, when they react with each other, so what does it produces? Okay, so 2NO. And remember one more point, while you are balancing a chemical equation, never ever change the number of atoms. Number of atoms ni eppudu kuda change cheyakodadu. You have right to change the number of molecules. So molecules matrame change cheyaгаlam, ee number matrame change cheyaгаlam, but never change the number of atoms. Sir, what's the reason why we should not change the number of atoms? Yes, we should not change the number of atoms. If at all, if you change the number of atoms, ఒకవేళ number of atoms ని చేంజ్ చేస్తే కంప్లీట్ కెమికల్ ఫార్ములానే మారిపోతుంది, కంప్లీట్ గా కెమికలే మారిపోతుంది. So that's the reason we should not change the number of atoms. We can change the number of molecules. Molecules change చేయవచ్చు to while balance చేసేటప్పుడు. So here N2 plus O2 gives us 2NO plus Q. This Q is for heat. This Q is for heat. Okay, sometimes we show that with minus q, and sometimes it is shown with positive q like this. If plus q is there, heat is released. Heat is released. If the heat is released, so we say plus q. We show that with plus q. Then it is also said to be a exothermic reaction. It is also said to be a exothermic reaction. Got it? If negative is there, if minus is there, if minus q is there, then remember, so heat is absorbed. Heat is absorbed. Then it is said to be a endothermic. Okay, endothermic reaction. It is nothing but endothermic reaction. So as I said you, okay, here this number of atoms, okay, which are present, this number should not be changed. You can change the number of molecule. Got it? Keep that point in your mind. And now, so let's see this another one, making chemical equation more informative. Making chemical equation more informative. How can you make a chemical equation more informative? Let's see. Making chemical equation more informative. How can we make our chemical equation more informative? Yes, we can make, okay, here we can say, or we can get more information. We can get more information from our chemical equation. So what is that? Okay, it's physical state. Physical state. And the second one, if any gas evolved, if any gas evolved, okay, our gas released, heat, okay, heat released or absorbed, okay, heat changes, which means, okay, released or absorbed. Fourth one, okay, one is its physical state and the next one is gas evolved, and the other one is, okay, if any precipitate formed, if any precipitate is formed. So all this, okay, by knowing all this, okay, so all these points, they gives the more information about the chemical equation. Okay, in a chemical reaction or in a chemical equation, we can see its physical state, whether it is solid state, liquid state or gaseous state. In which state it is, what is its physical state? Okay, means adi gas state lo unda, liquid state lo unda. Example, okay, Al plus Fe2O3. Okay, previously Al2 is there, aluminium. So Al, aluminium, it is solid in state, we write S, solid in state. If water is there, H2O, so we write liquid in state, L, we show that with L. And hydrogen, H2 is there. So for this, okay, we show G by the side here in bracket like this. Okay, we show with G, which means this represents gas and this represents liquid. This S represents solid. It's physical state. Adi ఏ state లో ఉంది అని చెప్పి మనం ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేస్తూ ఉంటుంది. And what is the other one? If any gas evolved, ఒకవేళ ఏమైనా గ్యాస్ అనేది రిలీజ్ అయితే కనుక అది H2 గ్యాస్. సో which gas is released? హైడ్రోజన్ గ్యాసా, లేకపోతే ఆక్సిజన్ గ్యాస్ is released, ఆ కార్బన్ డైఆక్సైడ్ గ్యాస్ is released. Which gas is released? ఏ గ్యాస్ రిలీజ్ అయితే మనకు తెలుస్తూ ఉంటుంది. Okay, and other one, heat changes. Just previously I said you, okay, this is here exothermic. Okay, this one. Okay, so if heat is released or if heat is absorbed, heat changes. Okay, if the heat is released, exothermic, we say that as a exothermic reaction, and if heat is absorbed, that is a endothermic reaction. Next, precipitate. If any precipitate is formed, okay, so that means here a substance which don't mix or which don't dissolve with soil, which don't dissolve with liquid. Okay, that substance is said to be the precipitate, which settles at the bottom. Okay, so let's close with this, and we will see the continuation in the next class of ours. Thank you.